Second chorus of Bernstein's rendition of Peace from his Facebook Masterclass. Let's go right into it. So this is a bit of a pickup. Maybe I should have put this in the previous video, but it was already so long that I thought that I'd squeeze that in with this one. So it's kind of a pickup to the first chorus that he plays with some chords, or maybe like something he plays on the tenor or something. So the first chord is well, it's just the basic B flat major 6 with a 9. It could also be a D minor. So this is kind of this chord that he uses for a minor as a D minor chord quite often. But of course, it could also work as a B flat, kind of a tonic chord. So we have an F up here, C, G, and a D. Now, if this was a perfect fourth chord, we just go up one step in the B major scale, and play another perfect fourth chord actually, because this is not a perfect fourth. We have an augmented fourth down here. So we have a G up there, a D, and A, and an E flat. So yeah, you could play this with a small array with a second finger, or maybe with 2 fingers. After that, anyway, he goes back to the first chord, and then he plays the second chord, but he kind of doesn't play the E flat down here. So it's kind of just a G, D, A. Then he goes up to this E flat triad. So we have a G, E flat, B flat, and now a D up here. So this is already like a C minor 7, right? It's a C minor 7, and he plays the 9 up here, which is kind of like a way of turning around, going back to the A half diminished, and then he just plays that. So this is basically feels like the one of the chorus, right? And this is just your basic A half diminished. So we have an E flat up here, C, G, and then A natural. And then of course he wants to play the melody up here. He doesn't want to play that low yet. He's gonna do that in the next chorus. So he goes to this E flat up here, 11th fret, and then he plays the E flat. He keeps it going, and he plays this little chord down below, and he kind of plays the C first, a C on the 4th string, and then an E flat and a G. But of course, you want to keep the E flat up there going. So this is basically just a C minor triad, right? But we talked about it in the first video, that a C minor triad is quite an integral part of the A flat, of the A half diminished chord. And then it repeats the same idea from the first chorus, kind of circling around this E flat. So we have an F, a D, and an E flat. And now, as he did in the first video, he's gonna arpeggio the the harmony, kind of is gonna bring out the harmony by arpeggioing it from the 6th string, going up. It does this. I was talking about it in the first video. It does this in pretty much all kind of solo ballad playing that he does, or even not solo, even with a band he would often do that. So we were at that E flat. Now watch out, because it sounds a bit like what it does in the first chorus, but it's a bit different. I mean the notes it decides to go with are a bit different, so don't try not to end up doing the same thing it was doing in the first chorus, because I think that variation is what makes it interesting, right? So as I said, we keep the E flat up there. Now we have a D down here on the 6th string, an F sharp, a C, an F sharp, and now a G sharp. So I'll play those together. So again with the E flat. So basically we're landing on the sharp 11, right? This is the G sharp. And what we're arpeggiating is basically just notes out of the D7 chord, right? D is the root, F sharp is the 3rd, C is the 7th. And now we kind of play this F sharp, but we kind of play an F before it as an approach. So this is the sharp 9, and it goes up to the 3rd. And then of course the sharp 11. And now I place the melody up there, if you guys had time to check out the song. So this is a part of the melody. I think he plays the D twice, right? So we play the D twice, C, and a B flat. And now what it does down here is we had I mean the chords of the song are kind of a G minor. It goes to a C7, but it kind of he approaches that C7 with a C sharp. So it's kind of like a sub 5 of the G, but of course the G is minor. So you have to first of all think about turning the G from minor into 7, and then sub 5ing it, right? So instead of G, you get a C sharp, and that C sharp is gonna lead us down to the C. So let's take a look at exactly the way he does it, right? We played the melody up here. He kind of approaches this C sharp as well from a D. So this is probably the actual point where this G minor we had kind of turns into a C sharp 7. So we had a D, go down to C sharp, and now he arpeggios this really nice C sharp 7 chord that he often uses. And what this really is like a B augmented chord, right? We have a B, D sharp, and a G. Sorry, I don't know why I said it from bottom up. So if we go from the top note, we have a G, D sharp, and a B. So it's like a B augmented chord, but of course we have a C sharp in the bass. So we do keep that augmented sound, but it's not a real C augmented chord, right? We don't a C sharp augmented chord. We don't have an F and we don't have an A. We have a B augmented chord and a C sharp. And what it really gives us is, of course, the B is the 7 of the C sharp chord. The D sharp is the 9 of the chord. So we get a natural 9, which is already interesting. And of course, we get the sharp 11. So this is a really interesting chord that Pete really uses a lot of the times. A lot of the times you think he's playing a normal sharp 11 7 chord, right, with an F. So the 3rd of the C sharp. I mean an E sharp, technically. But a lot of the times you think he's playing that, he's actually playing this chord. So he just plays the E flat instead of the F, and that changes the whole sound of the chord from this sharp 11 sound to this augmented sound. Alright, so enough about that. Let's take a look at exactly how he plays it. So he plays a C sharp, a B, and then the E flat and G together. And now he goes a half step down. So he reaches this C we were talking about, but he wants to decorate it a bit more. So once he reaches the C, he goes a half step up and back down to the C. So I'll just play the whole thing together. Now he's happy on the C7. The next chord is going to be a C sharp, an F sharp, sharp 11, flat 13. So it's a sub 5 of the C sharp, and it has the F sharp on top, right, which is the melody. The F sharp is going to lead us to the B major 7. But let's take a look at that chord first. This is a very useful chord as well. We got an F sharp up here, a D, B flat, maybe an A sharp if you want to think about it as F sharp, So an A sharp, E, C, and then F sharp. And now we resolve this to the same chord we started up with, right? This could be an E flat minor, but we're using this just perfect fourths. We're using it as a B major now. And then he plays this little melodic line, little beautiful melodic line, which is basically like a variation on the melody, right? This is the melody, and he plays this little variation with the fifth up from the F sharp. So the notes are as an A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, a C sharp, and back to the F sharp. And this F sharp is basically the point where we reach this the next chord after the B major. We reach a C minor 7 flat 5, or a C half diminished. And then he just arpeggios this, so he plays the F sharp and arpeggios the chord from bottom to top. Actually, right now you shouldn't be thinking about it as an F sharp, it should be a G flat, right? Because we moved back to B flat again, right? The song modulated to B for a tiny fraction of time. Now we're back to B flat, so this is a G flat, and then we arpeggio a C, a B flat, and an A flat. And the next chord, we do a similar thing. This is a very interesting way of playing an F sharp, sharp 9, but of course we have the E flat in the bass. So it's an F sharp 9, F7 sharp 9 on E flat. In this one, it doesn't arpeggio all the notes together. He arpeggios the top note, an A flat, the bottom note, an E flat, and then he plays the A and the D flat together. Oh, sorry, it's also a flat 13 chord, right? In addition to being a sharp 9. So again, the notes quickly, just in case you didn't catch that. We have an A flat up here, or a G sharp, D flat, A, and then E flat. So the first finger is playing a barré, kind of half a barré, to catch those two notes. It doesn't repeat that F sharp again. So the melody goes on, we arpeggio this chord, and now we play an F sharp, a G sharp, and this is the point where we solve this to B flat major. And it does kind of the same with the same pattern of arpeggioing. It does the same over this. It's the same chord we started up with. So we play an F, then we play a D, and then we play the G and C together. Now notice this is really important. Sometimes you will play 16 notes, kind of, arpeggioing the whole chord, and sometimes you would just play like triplets. And then you would of course have to play two chord notes at the same time as an interval, the way he does with this chord and this chord. So those small variations, I think, are kind of something that makes his playing more interesting to listen to, right? Because you're not sure what's gonna happen. 16 notes, triplets, this rhythmic variety makes it a bit interesting. So once he reaches B flat, he has to get back to work at going for the next chord, which is this B minor. And it did pretty much the same thing in the first chorus, in the same idea, but it plays it a bit differently now. And the idea is basically to play a C minor. Playing a C minor, F kind of sound that is gonna go half a step down to this B minor. And let's take a look at the notes. It starts up with an interval up here. So it's an F and an A on the first string. And he plays it again with this hybrid technique. I'm playing the first string with the finger and the bottom fourth string with the pick. And what this enables us, of course, is to keep using the pick, even though we want to play two notes that have a string between them, right? We don't wanna pick all those notes, because of course you can hear those breaks in between. I mean, of course you could play it that way. A lot of people do, but Pete very rarely does it. He often plays it with the little finger. Okay, so the next interval is gonna be another. It's by the way, this is it's a major 10, right? So F and A, right? Like a major third, but an octave up. And the next one is gonna be another third. This is a minor third this time, a minor 10th. I mean, we have a D and an F up here, and he kind of repeats the F twice. And notice that when he repeats notes that he doesn't want to play together with another note, he often repeats them with the pick, not with the fingers. So he would never really use the fingers twice that way, but he repeats it with the pick. So again, from the beginning, the next notes are gonna be D and B flat. And now we go into chords. And the chords is just picks down with the fret. And the first chord is gonna be C, G, D, and A. Again, it's a perfect fourth chord. Next one is gonna be another fourth chord. This time it has an augmented 5 in it. It's an A, E flat, B flat, F, C. So we were here. Another perfect fourth chord. F, D, G. F, C, G, D. This was used before as a B flat, kind of a B flat major sound. This time around it's used as kind of like a C minor. It's kind of like perfect fourth sound on a C minor, or an F sus, something along those lines. And now he plays a very nice way of going into F7. This is kind of like an F7 sounding chord. At least he uses it quite often as an F7, but it goes down to it from half step up. So this is basically like we were in C minor territory, sort of, kind of a very model sounding C minor maybe. And now we go into F7. So we had this one, G, E flat, B flat, and E. So it's basically an E flat triad with an E in the bass, the flat 9 in the bass. And then we go half a step down, we have an F sharp, D, A, and an E flat. And of course, all those notes work perfectly on an F chord, right? So if we had an F in the bass, we get all these really nice tensions. We get the flat 5, 13, third, and the 7s. So the augmented fourth of the 7 chord, and the tensions as well. I was talking a bit more about this chord in the previous video, so you can check it out if you wanna maybe think some more about this chord. It's a very useful kind of little chord Pete uses. Anyway, following that comes another C minor. This is just a C minor 9 chord, so a D, a B flat, an E flat, and a C. So again, we were playing C minor. Then we were playing F7. Now we go back to C minor, and it's important to kind of remember that this 2/5 is not really something that is a part of the song. It's something that Pete plays as a way of getting to this B minor. And I think I think kind of the switching between C minor and F7 kind of makes it more interesting as a passing kind of harmony detail that helps him get to this B minor. So anyway, after this C minor, he just goes half a step down, and he plays a B minor, and he kind of lets the first string ring out as well. So it's the 11. So we have an E, C sharp, A, D on the open D string, in case you missed it, and a B. So we officially reached the B minor